what we want to hear from you is you demonstrating in your projects what you've been able to learn in this class, in a way that you are addressing a particular problem. On that premise, we still expect to see from you a PowerPoint presentation that speaks concerning your projects or your project, and then we shall also be able to go over your code where you demonstrate understanding in what you've been able to come up with and defend the work that you've done. In brief, you also be able to tell us why did you really make that project among all other problems that people are facing in the world. Why do you choose that? So we shall at that point get into it, and we shall start with Ishan, and the order will be a brief intro, your PowerPoint presentation, and then your project for Python. Okay, you're welcome to take the floor.
Should I share the screen? Is my screen visible? All right, so I named my presentation A Secure Future, and my name is Ishan Sarung, and I'm 15 years old, doing beginners Python classes. And here is the table of content, and yep, you guys can just have a look at it so you be prepared for what's coming up. So starting with the problem, which is ending hunger. So the problem here really is that there are billions of people in poverty, and the World Bank claims that about 10% of these people live in poverty. Millions of deaths are occurring every year, and the World Food Program believes that over 9 million people die over hunger every year. And did you also know that over 848 million people starve every day? And why, you may ask? Yes, same problem, hunger. And referring back to the previous slide, millions of people starve every day, in which 1 out of 8 are children. Here are some statistics that I got about hunger in Uganda and hunger in the United States, and references are provided below. So there's a 30% malnutrition rate in Uganda, in which 91,600 of them are children and 9,500 are pregnant women. In the United States, 10.2% starving people every day. That's a whopping 13.5 million of population, and that's just in the United States, in which 1 out of 8 are children. So now that we know what the problem is, let's go and look at the goal. So here, basically, I'm looking forward to spread awareness through this presentation and use my coding skills to solve this problem. World hunger needs to be brought to attention, and everyone should know one of the key reasons to why. And my goal with this PowerPoint presentation is just to raise awareness about world hunger and inspire action towards ending it. And yes, it's high time that we talk about it. Now moving on to the solution. So before we even get there, let's first know one of the main causes of world hunger. And one of the main indirect cause is not spending wisely. Many people do not spend wisely, which contributes to financial instability and may result to poverty, making it difficult for individuals to access sufficient nutrition. And like we already mentioned, there's 30% malnutrition rate in Uganda. While poor spending habits are not the primary cause of poverty, they can still make it more challenging for individuals to meet their basic needs such as food and water. So here is how I tried to solve it. So I'm basically making a financial software. So this code helps one to not only make the right decision in order to have a successful future, but it also allows one to make precise calculations on how they could spend depending on their income. I also plan to add features like showing the lowest prices of certain products in the future so basic needs can be more affordable for consumers. So right now, with the coding skills that I have learned, I've kind of created a sample. However, in future, I also plan to add things such as sorting out the lowest products, which can make things more affordable, even for middle class families. So here's just picture of the code, and just in a moment, I'll be going there. Mm, is my screen visible, like my Visual Studio Code screen? Pardon?
No, it's not visible. We're still seeing the
Oh,
PowerPoint.
okay. Makes sense. One sec. Okay. How about now? All right. So I believe that you guys can all see my Visual Studio Code screen right now. And so this is basically the code. Yes, there are just some things that I commented out, trying to debug something. However, here's the thing. Let me run it. So starting off with the name, monthly income, let's just give an estimate value of 100. So what's your expense on your once monthly? So now the way I've programmed this code is that there's a certain percentage of your income, which if your expense exceeds it, it gives you answers based on that. So if it's below 20, it's going to give you a positive response. If your expense are more than your monthly income, then it's going to give you a negative response, which is something like you should work on it or cut off expenses before you get poor. So this is just kind of a simulation of what could be created in the future. So expense, suppose I put 10. So it sees extremely secure for the future. And then do you want to purchase the good or service? If I say good, what is the price of the good? So if I'm to say 90, maybe. Yep. Okay, that's just one thing. Yes, so it asks us, it asks if this expense is an investment or luxury. So if I'm to say investment, sees it surely isn't the best for your account. However, you can't do this too often. So if if this amount exceeds your income, or it is really a very high percentage of it, it really does give the user a glimpse of if they should be spending that amount or not. And yeah, there's still some things that I have to debug about this. And yeah, I'm hoping that the final product would really be good and useful.
Okay, thank you so much, Ishan. Thank you so much. It's quite a very amazing project. I would like to get feedback from the various people before I give my feedback, but I think I should give my feedback first. Yes, it's a very nice project you're trying to solve from the PowerPoint. You have a very good PowerPoint design. It was quite impressive. I liked it. However, there were a few things that were not that you need to go back and look through and align that really are not a good sign of you. I noticed that there were a few spelling mistakes within your PowerPoint that you need to go back and look into and address. Okay, being keen to detail is part of what programmers do, because at some point they need to be able to locate errors in their code, and if they're not keen even on things like mistakes in their PowerPoint, it can really be something that can affect them. So look back into that and be able to fix out those a few mistakes that happened that occurred. I don't know if you also were seeing them as you're presenting, or it was me alone who saw them. Yes, the other part from me, what I noticed was in your final code, you had a lot of code, but most of it was commented out. I don't know why. I think you'll have to let us know why. We had so much code under commenting, and we worked with very little of the code. Yes, that's my submission about Ishan's work. Otherwise, it's a good one. Yes, Ishan, you can speak to us.
So the commenting was all about trying to debug debug one of the errors that I had earlier on, and yeah, I was just trying various ways of trying to fix it. So just commenting it out in case I mess up, so I can just retrieve it easily. So I just had that for that purpose, and yeah.
Thank you so much. Part of what you should know is that we always need to have clean code. Clean code, I mean, it's readable. Of course, well commented, not in a way that we comment in code, but we're explaining our code at the end of the day. Otherwise, you did a very good project. You're addressing a very valid problem, and then, but we can do more and improve on that still. Beyond just trying to check whether we have saved up, or we are spending more than what we are spending. But I think as you go on in the classes for intermediate and advanced, you will learn more stuff that can make that project really better. Okay, thank you so much. I'd like to hear from the rest of us, and then also mommy if she's around, or daddy, about your work, and then also shall hear from Brenda and Philippa. Yes, Philippa, what's your submission about Ishani's project? How was it?
Hello. The project was okay, and it was creative and applicable to most people. So yes, it was a good project.
Thank you, Philippa. Yes, Brenda, do you have something to submit on Ishani's project? You're muted.
Okay, hope you're in position to hear me. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ishan, for presenting and everyone's comments. So I think what Edward has talked about, having clean code and be able to make his code readable, which means by commenting it, trying to give direction that even if I'm using the code for the first time, I can understand, right? So it makes work easy. Then I think the part that which is, I think there's a part about him commenting some of his work. I think he's going to do definitely to improve it better later. Yeah, but either way, he has been a good student and he's creative. And to give him a challenge, I can able to figure out when you guide him rightly. Yeah, at a beginner's level, yeah, he has done a good job. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is Brenda has been the trainer handling the class with Ishan. Yes, can we hear from, is it Mommy that we have here or Daddy?
It's my dad.
Okay. Can we kindly hear from Daddy? How was the project for Ishan? Daddy Ishan, are you able to speak through? I don't know if Daddy Ishan is able to speak to us about what Ishan came up with. Okay, you're welcome, Mami Philippa. We are glad to have you join us in this presentation. Okay, I think we shall continue. If the Ishan is able to speak to you, let us know and comment about the project. So we are going to move on to Philippa's presentation. Please, Philippa, you're welcome. Take the floor.
Thank you. I'm going to share my screen. Are you able to see my screen? So my project is mainly a combination of the different things that I've learned. It's mostly about trying to use the different aspects of types of things, anything that I've learned from Python Intermediate. So in my project, you're going to find loops, functions, conditional statements, excuse me, string formatting, operators, dictionaries, and yes, other things. So for the first one, for For the first one, the project will create a date to use an account, create an account, password, an online shop, and a small game. The first one is a password generator. So for this password generator, it will ask for your name, email address, phone number. Then it will automatically create a password like this. I think you can see how it is. So for this password generator, I used function, I used a loop and a library, import library. Yes. So when you run this, I'm going to run the code all together, then I'll show you how everything works at the same time. So the next one is the online shop. Here, a list of items will be displayed where you'll be required to pick only those that you want to purchase. So you'll only be able to choose 4 items from the shop, and then your total will be displayed. So here is the online shop. So here I use dictionaries, lists, functions, loops, and conditional statements. Yes. I think we've all seen online shops. That's why I picked this exact project to show that also Python can be used to create things that are used in our day-to-day lives, like online shop. Yes. So then the last one will be a short game. I think we will play rock, paper, scissors, where you will have to play with a computer 4 times and you either win or lose. So this is the code. I used mostly functions, a function and conditional statements. Yes. It will ask you to pick either rock, paper, or scissors, and when you play, you will play 4 times until the last one, and you'll either have 2 wins, 2 losses, or either a win or a lose. So let me run the code. So this is the code. Let me first explain the code. The first part will import the date and time. So when I run, it will show the date and the time for today. Then here it will create the account that will give you your password to the makeup parlor where you shop. So this entire part is for the account and your password. Then after that, you will continue to the online shop where a list of items will be given to you. You'll have to pick only 4 items, and of which you have to pick them the way they are written here. When you pick the 4 items, it will print a card that will show the items that you've picked, and then your total. Yes, then from your total to continue, and you play the rock, paper, scissors game 4 times, then you either win or lose. So let me run the code. So the first one is the date today. It will ask my name is Right. So it creates a password for your account. Then when it creates the password and all information is correct, to continue to the shop where you have to pick items. You can pick any random items, but you have to print them exactly the way they are here. So I'll So you pick the item and it lists them down into a cart, and then your final total is $6.5. Yes, that's the second part of the code. Then the last part of the code is the game, where, like I said, you have to pick either rock, paper, or scissors. So I'll pick rock. According to my choices, first round I win. The next one is a tie with the computer, meaning the computer picked the same choice as me. Then the next two, I picked rock and rock. That means I win. So that is my project. And this is a clear show what I've learned and benefited from the intermediate class. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Philippa, for this amazing project. I would like to welcome feedback and comments from the members present about Philippa's work. Yes, can we hear from the people put off their cameras already? Can we hear from Ishan? What do you think about Philippa's work?
I feel like the project is pretty decent.
Come again? I didn't hear that.
However, the project is just one sec. Yeah, sorry. So the project is actually pretty decent, and she was really creative for the games and all. However, I feel like she did not really solve any SDG goals or follow any of those. And yeah, that's just it. Other than that, the project was really creative, and yes.
Okay, thank you, Ishan. I hope you tell not Philippa. Where is your camera? Thank you so much, Ishan, for your submission about Philippa. I hope you take note about that. Kindly have your camera back on. Yes, Brenda, what is your submission concerning her work?
Okay, thank you so much, Philippa, for the presentation. I love it. You're creative, but what I was thinking about, for example, instead of creating a password generator and an online shop differently, I thought you could merge them, right? These like that could be a system where someone logs in and then they go direct into the online shopping. It would be better, being that I would see the connections between those two. Yeah, I think that's what I can comment. And also, I think it goes back to the PowerPoint. I think you could have had somehow brief PowerPoint than having like a lot of things on the PowerPoint, which I think maybe next time better. Didn't think some of the information was relevant on the PowerPoint, but better next time. Yeah, well done. And then for the game, it's amazing. And also could think about it ending in terms, for example, if someone is done maybe shopping, it could be a way of maybe to motivate someone to come back again. Like, you can play this game. If you win, you can get something for free. I think that could be better on my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Brenda, for your submission about Philippa's work. Hope you're taking notes, Philippa, to improve. Yes, can we hear from Mami Philippa about her project, please?
Hey, sorry, I'm on the road. I was just listening in. Thanks, Philippa, for the presentation. Well, I'm not sure. At least I know the papers is a game. That was impressive. And the colleagues or the classmates, thanks for the comments. I hope you'll improve on whatever you've advised. Thanks again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mami Philippa. From my end, still I would comment. I think what Brenda is saying, where you have a flaw in your project to make it one, it's something that you should think about. But also at the end of the game, we need to see a score. If I get a win, yes, at the end of the game, we could see like a score, like if I win and I win and I win, or I get a tie. I'm able to see that I've scored these are many points and I win or I have lost. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Otherwise, sorry about that. Thank you so much. Otherwise, for the presentations, Ishan and Philippa. We have great hopes and faith in you that you are going to turn out to become one of the people that are going to solve the problems that we are facing in Uganda. Also, what Ishan said to Philippa, that your project should be tied to an SDG that is lacking, and you need to address it. You need to look into addressing it from the angle of the SDGs. Yes, otherwise, as I was saying, thank you so much. And we have great faith in and hope in you guys that you're going to be at the forefront of that change that we're looking out for in our communities where you apply the knowledge that you're acquiring from this class. This is not just another class that you're having to occupy your day, but it's a class that you're having to place you in a place where you are able to become a contributor to solutions in the digital space. Okay, so why we always tie the classes to her solving a given problem is that we want to present you at the end of the classes as one who is thinking and creating solutions that can really impact our communities in Africa, in the world at large. Thank you so much, Brenda, for the class with Ishan. I was in class with Philippa, and look forward to having you guys in the advanced class for Python with Philippa, and then Ishan, the class for intermediate. And we'll be back to witness what you'll have, how you will have improved from this class to the end of the next class, and how much you'll be able to have to accomplish when that time comes. Thank you so much, and we're looking forward to the next class. At this point, I would say, unless I have any questions from the students, I'd like to adjourn this meeting. Vote of thanks, yes. From the students.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank my tutor, Mr. Edward, for being a very good tutor, a very patient teacher. But I had taken a bit of time without coding from beginners to intermediate, but I'm proud of myself, so I'm proud of my tutor as well. Thank you so much. And I hope to make you proud and more proud as I go for the advanced class.
Wow. Wow, that's nice. Yes, looking forward. Yes, Ishan.
Yes, I'd also like to thank my tutor, Miss Branda, for all that she did. And it is my first time doing Python, and I feel like it was a great experience doing beginners with her. She really did push me to do my best, and I just hope that, yep, I will make Code Academy proud one day.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Ishan. We have great faith in you guys. And let's meet again in the next class and do greater stuff. See you.